Good evening and salutations, my B&B fans. So, Brooke. Brooke is not too happy with Ridge and Taylor, the position. His thing, she keeps that they're using phrases like straddling. Okay, just remember that word. Okay, because she uses it pretty often, straddling and wrapping her legs around him, and I'm like, you do understand, like, I could have swore that he told her yesterday about the whole broken heart syndrome and the meditation and everything and the breathing and why she needed to sit there and do this. And I could have swore I felt like I was watching the same episode today. And it's just one of those things where it's like, she's like, well, why didn't you sit there and tell me? Why didn't you sit there and tell me what was going on with her? And I'm like, well, it wasn't his place. It wasn't his place to sit there and tell you what was going on. Like, I understand the whole grabbing and touching and stuff like that, but you know damn well it wasn't anything sexual. And you know that she has a condition. So I don't understand why she sat there, you know, really. I mean, I know she says she doesn't trust her. Okay, fine. You don't trust her, but you trust him. So why do you think there will be his place to sit there and tell you about her condition? Which it's not. But she's being I mean, she's being super. She's being super jealous about it, and I get a sense of insecurity. But I guess my whole thing is like, I don't think that she should be as mad as she is. And in some ways, I feel like she is kind of overreacting. Now, after she pretty much interrogates him through everything all over again. Now she wants to sit there and act out the same positions that he did with her. And I'm just like, yeah, I so saw this coming. I so saw this coming. Um so while that's going on, Liam decided to make a tribute video to Hope. Um for Hope for the future and stuff like that. And it wasn't bad. It wasn't terrible. Some of it was kind of cheesy, I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, the effort was there, and I guess it's a nice little homage to her work and what it means and stuff like that, and whatever. So, okay, fine. So he shows her the video, and she's like really happy about it and stuff, and she says thank you, and he's talking about it and what it mean and how he got inspired by her, and he gave his whole personal touch and everything like that. And she's like, yeah, we did have that conversation like a couple of days ago, and yeah, that didn't really change. And then he just kisses her, right? He just kisses her, and I'm like, what are you doing, Liam? What are you doing? Here's the thing, I get exes and feelings and everything like that, all that stuff could sit there and resurface, and it's not like the magic and the spark, whatever you want to call it, was never there to begin with. But the thing is, you were hella adamant about not giving her another chance. That's number one, because it was Thomas. Okay, fine. You had some time, you had some distance, maybe you could sit there and change your stance on that. But you're not changing your stance on that because you really feel like she's the greatest love of your life. You're only doing that because you can't be with Steffi. That's why. And I think part of her knows that. I think there's a part of her that knows that. And she's not saying it. She hasn't come out and sat there and said, yeah, I'm your consolation prize, right? But I'm pretty sure that's another indicator on why she doesn't want to sit there and get back together with him. I mean, there's a couple of reasons. Carter is definitely one of them. All that pain and hurt that they went through, that's another. And then there's the whole he can't be with Steffi. So what is his plan? He's just gonna sit there and keep, every time he comes across her, sit there and try to break her down until eventually she says yes. Like, part of me is like, if you really do love her, why isn't it they're putting her through all that? That's the thing. Sometimes people will sit there and they do that and then they claim that they love you, but they're putting you through all that emotional stress. And if they really do love you, maybe they would sit there and take a step back. You know? Is he just being selfish at this point? There's so many different directions that I can sit there and look at this from. But anyway, like I said, he kisses her and she's like, what the hell? Now, while that's going on, Steffi gets caught up on everything that Taylor was kind of going through. The reason why she came back to Los Angeles, the fact that she went to go see another doctor because she thought she had a heart failure. The fact that Ridge pretty much kind of saved her and everything by getting the second whatever. And what else? And the fact that she sat there and she saw Ridge and didn't sit there and say anything. And she was like, well, I didn't say anything because Brooke was there. I'm kind of just like, I get the that's your mom or whatever, but like, on some level, that's some kind of like creepy shit right there, though. Let's seriously, let's just be honest. We all saw that scene. She's sitting there looking at him through the bushes like a damn peeping Tom. Like, what are you doing? So yeah, on some level, I understand why Brooke doesn't trust him, doesn't trust Taylor on some level, but then on another level, it's like you're giving her the third degree. You're trying to make it seem like she's using. You know what? Never mind. The way that they painted Taylor in a bad light, even before she left, I take it all back. I completely understand why she doesn't trust him. Why she doesn't trust him. Remember, it wasn't that long ago that when Taylor was in town, she tried to push Hollis onto Brooke so this way she can get a path towards Ridge. So yeah, even though she knows that the medical broken heart syndrome is real, she's also like, I wouldn't put it past you to sit there and use this towards your advantage. Um, she says she is staying in town this time, and she's gonna be there for Steffi and the kids and everything like that. We all know that most likely this is going to another one of their stupid love triangles where you have both of these beautiful, accomplished women sitting there fighting over a man. I always feel like that's probably like there's certain things in this world that are just on some real stupid, pathetic shit. Fighting over a man is definitely one of those most pathetic, dumb shits that I ever sat there and heard about in my entire life. Let me see that I'm missing anything. Yeah, I think that's about it. But now that she knows that her mom is staying in town, and like I said in my other review, she's going to be even more passive aggressive when she talks to Brooke, when she talks to Hope about her mother being in town, about how they have a special connection, and my dad is always going to. She's going to sit there and keep doing that because, in a lot of ways, that's her way of constantly sitting there digging at those two. She gets to throw that in their face, and then the minute that they sit there and say something like, yo, you out of pocket, like, what are you doing? She's like, well, I'm not being mean or anything like that. I'm just stating the obvious. No. We know exactly what you're doing. We know exactly what you're doing. And she does it all the time, and she tries to play it like, I'm just being me. I'm just being honest. No, you're not. You're not. And it's actually pretty sad and pretty pathetic, too, if we're going to be honest. I feel like that's about it. But if I forgot anything, you know what to do. Either write in the comment section or come to the live stream tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. We're gonna talk about all the shows. Cause I got some thoughts on B&B too. I mean, YNR as well. Yesterday, let's just sit there and say Jill got on my last goddamn nerves. So yeah, we're gonna talk about it all tonight, as well as Days of Our Lives and of course General Hospital. And I'll sit there and see you in the next video and live stream.